Hello again. I thought, each of the last couple of weeks I've put up a quick little video kind of expressing my thoughts on this team page. And I figure it's probably good for me therapeutically to keep speaking about this, and perhaps it's useful for you as well to listen. So anyways, I think I'll keep doing this. I just thought I'd just kind of give my thoughts on how this week has been, and how these last few weeks have been. And so, I want to, I'll start by saying that when we've had some of these whole group meetings with the mentees and over this year, one idea that came up in a lot of feedback is people kind of appreciated hearing the challenges of others. Several people have commented how it was reassuring to hear that other people are really challenged at times by the job, and it made them feel as if, okay, the struggles that we have, the anxiety we have at times about things is normal. Well, I guess in that same vein, I'm going to mention some of the anxiety and difficulties I'm having. I realized it was in a meeting I had last week that I realized I don't really know if what I'm doing is something I enjoy. I enjoy teaching. I enjoy being in front of a classroom. I enjoy all of that. I don't loathe what I'm doing right now, but I don't enjoy it. It's not something I look forward to. I think it's the lack of feedback. It's the lack of real human feedback. I've experimented with various feedback from students in online ways, but just lacking that social connection I find really tough. And maybe it's because I've taught long enough that I've taken that for granted. I don't know. I don't really enjoy this style of teaching. It doesn't even feel like teaching to me. I don't know what it feels like. It feels like, well, it's an experiment, I guess. And that's tough. It's tough that I just don't really enjoy the time I have to put into this. And it's a fair amount of time. And I like I mentioned before, I wish I could put a lot more time into this. And while I'm interested in some of the possibilities, the huge potential of things that any of us can do, and I do find an interest in trying to think about those things. It's just so different from what I feel teaching has been for me, and that's something I continue to struggle with, and I think I will continue to struggle with. I can't see myself just at one point really embracing this style of education in a way that I enjoy, like I did before. Although I will say it is nice to see now. I feel like I'm seeing some more engagement from some of my classes, and it is nice to see the number of students who are really trying to stay engaged with the process. It's I haven't really pushed it like others have, so I am impressed at how many students are really trying to make the best of this. It's just hard for me to look forward to what I'm doing. And there's been times this week that I felt that things were going pretty well, and then suddenly I felt like an avalanche of ideas and of expectations kind of hit me, and constraints of schedules with my wife having to work and with kids, and just realizing things coming up at school, and then suddenly it turns really difficult. And I hope that I'll get into a routine going forwards, and I'm sure I will, but I don't expect that that'll mean I'll ever really enjoy what I'm doing like I did before. And that is a disappointing thought. So with that said, I hope this wasn't too negative of a of a video, but I also don't feel the need to sugarcoat things. It's been tough, and if you've been finding things tough as well, then hey, you're definitely not alone. And if you've been really enjoying this, that's great. Maybe send me some messages and make things better for me. All right. So until next time.